So I'll now go over what happened in November and general updates in the crypto market. The first thing we can start off with is this. So for those of you that may not already know, Mt. Gox was one of the first crypto exchanges. And by 2014, it had gone defunct and lost essentially a few hundred thousand Bitcoin along with other cryptocurrencies for its clients. Now, since then, there's been quite a bit of litigation around Mt. Gox, and there's been a trustee established that's currently holding almost about 150,000 Bitcoin. What's happening is the asset management firm Fortress Investment Group, is offering essentially a liquidity option, rather an early liquidity option, to some of the clients that would be the beneficiaries of those coins from the trustee. So what does this mean for the market in general? This is valued at about $9 billion, as you'll notice from this article, in Bitcoin at the current market rate. It's a little bit lower now. This article is a little bit older. But it is in the and then above about six. It's above like half a dozen billion in USD notional or more. So the reason this is critical is because due to the fact that Fortress Investment Group has gotten involved, what we're expecting is that this will have price impact during times when there is price capitulation for Bitcoin. And so actually there's a pretty good quote mentioned in this article here as well, indicating this is by a gentleman from Block Tower. He says here that this is largely going to be contributing to volatility in the space. And if Bitcoin is overheated, it could mark a local top as users as holders are finally able to take profits on their positions. So this is important to keep in mind. And the reason I'm sharing this now, even though this is from late October, is because the effects of the liquidation of these Bitcoin, whether it's through Fortress Investment Group and their early liquidity options, or whether it's beneficiaries of the trust acquiring those Bitcoin and taking profits, it could have a downward impact on Bitcoin. And again, the important thing to keep in mind is this was in 2014, so these Bitcoin were significantly cheaper. So the beneficial owners of these Bitcoin were used to seeing prices below a few thousand, or actually below 1,000 in some cases as well. And so selling at market for profit may not be such a bad idea for a number of them. So given that, I pull up this chart here. Now, this again is what happened this is the Bitcoin chart over the month of November. So you'll notice, there has been some profit taking place. If we scroll back here to October here, this is around when the news came out. And since then, anytime the market does have a run up, it is fairly quickly corrected. We don't think this is entirely because of Fortress and because of the Mt. Gox trustee, but given that it is a significant amount of Bitcoin, I think we can see a little bit of offloading of that happening. And as a matter of fact, we have been tracking sort of the net outflow of wallets as well, and that does substantiate the thesis that you'll likely see this type of capitulation happen due to selling from folks that had acquired Bitcoin at cheaper prices, most likely the Mt. Gox beneficiaries over the next few months. So we'll be sharing both this article, of course, along with the actual notice of confirmation order of rehabilitation plan that was issued by the trustee, for anyone who's interested in reading that and then exploring those details.